In the stillness of the night, when anger stirs within us, it can be a challenge to find the embrace of sleep. Angry thoughts, like uninvited guests, may enter our mind, stirring and agitating our peace. In such moments, when strong emotions arise, it takes a deep and mindful concentration to return to the breath. These thoughts of anger can interrupt our focus, like ripples disturbing the surface of a calm lake. In the practice of loving kindness, we find a soothing balm for this unrest. Loving kindness is the gentle antithesis of anger, a blend of compassionate feelings and thoughts. A single thought of compassion can be the light that interrupts the cascade of angry thoughts, offering us a broader perspective, a glimpse of understanding. I recall a time when I encountered such an opportunity for practice. In the lakeside town where I reside, not far from Montreal, there was a wave of graffiti. As I walked by an old and graceful building in the village, I saw its chimneys, once unblemished, now marked with graffiti. A wave of anger arose within me at first sight of these black, jarring marks. But then, I reflected on the unmet needs of these young souls who seek recognition in such a way. Their actions, not adequately channeled by their community or schools, spoke of a deep, unfulfilled longing. A year ago, some young graffiti artists met their end while pursuing this need for recognition. In that moment, a sense of compassion arose in me. Poor children, I thought, if this is their pursuit for recognition, how desolate must their hearts be? And with that, my anger began to soften. This is not to condone the act of graffiti, but rather to understand the deeper currents beneath such actions. My wish for accountability remains, but it is not a call for permissiveness. It is a recognition that these acts are but the tip of an iceberg. Here, my focus shifts from the act to the transformation of my own anger. As Thich Nhat Hanh gently reminds us, a drop of compassion is enough to bring back spring on earth. On this occasion, it was enough to bring spring back into my heart. Loving kindness is not just the absence of ill will, but a positive, friendly attitude, a wish for all beings to find joy and happiness. Love, in its many meanings, does not imply a desire to coexist in close quarters. Just as I may love the tiger and the rabbit but not wish to dwell with them, so too can I wish well for all beings from a distance. It simplifies life, like living with a vegetarian partner when you yourself are vegetarian. When faced with the question of extending loving kindness to those who commit grave wrongs, I often reflect on the Dalai Lama's example. Despite the long-standing injustices faced by Tibetans, the Dalai Lama's heart remains untainted by anger towards the Chinese. He distinguishes the action from the actor, seeing those who perpetrate as victims of their own ignorance or conditioning. In this way, he lives the teaching, hate the sin, not the sinner. Thich Nhat Hanh offers another path to compassion, envisioning the difficult person as a vulnerable, beautiful 5-year-old child. This practice can open our hearts even towards those we find challenging, helping us reconnect with our shared humanity. In these moments of understanding and compassion, we find our own hearts lightened and the path to peaceful rest becomes clear.
Sitting comfortably, I take a few deep breaths. I get in touch with any lingering feelings I have and consciously replace them with thoughts of goodwill. I notice that there is a certain emotional tone that comes up as I think of each person. While the memory of certain persons makes me smile, others make me tense up. As I breathe in and out, I consciously substitute feelings of kindness and friendliness toward each person instead of this spontaneously appearing emotional tone. I keep doing this over and over. As an image or a name comes to mind, I think of the person with warmth and kindness. These feelings are mine. My feelings are not controlled by others. I am responsible for my own feelings. These kind and friendly feelings benefit me as well. Ill will, anger, and grudges create stress. I'm not playing favorites. I'm generous with my thoughts of goodwill. Kindness is like sunshine. Everybody needs some. The sun does not shine only on people who are perfect. My kindness shines on each person, including myself. I visualize myself as a 5-year-old child, innocent and beautiful. I have been that child. I deserve my own love and kindness. I deserve my own loving feelings now. Many prisoners have been abused as children. They are victims. They also need kindness. Kindness is medicine. I do not withhold my kind feelings. I do not have to be mean just because somebody else was. I am who I am. I practice kindness and friendliness wholeheartedly because it makes me feel good and it helps others to feel better. I keep thinking of people I know. With some people, no particular feeling arises spontaneously. I think of them with friendliness anyway. My goodwill and friendliness are gifts that are mine to give. Breathing in and breathing out, I now concentrate on the flow of this positive energy through my own body. I scan all the parts of my body and take the time to send loving thoughts to each part. I send thoughts of kindness toward my heart, my liver, my digestive system, and other organs. They have worked faithfully to keep me alive and well. I promise to be good to them in turn. I promise to consider their health and well-being when I eat and drink. There is no tension anywhere now. With each breath, I send waves of good feelings toward myself and others. I relax and enjoy these good feelings. May all beings be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy.
In the gentle teachings of the Buddha, there is a line from the Discourse on Loving Kindness that sings like a soft melody, a meditation theme that we can carry in our hearts. As you begin your meditation, you might like to repeat it quietly a few times, letting its essence seep into your being. And as you walk through the day, recalling this line can shape your consciousness, weaving gentleness into the fabric of your thoughts. This beautiful discourse on loving kindness inspired me to compose 2 verses, which you may find nurturing to include in your evening practice.
Going to sleep tonight, I smile. Several beautiful hours of rest are before me. I look at all beings with eyes of compassion and savor the last moments of this day. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace in my home, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace in my workplace, and let it begin with me.
In this world, where self-centeredness often blooms like flowers in the wrong season, if we allow hatred to enter our minds towards all these beings, our mind would become a turbulent sea, far from the shores of peace. Let us remember, dear friends, the purpose of this meditation is to cultivate a garden of peace within, blooming with loving attitudes. The night, in its silent majesty, is a time for tranquility, not for the turmoil of anger or the settling of scores, even in the quiet corners of our imagination. Instead, we can gently water the seeds of a wish for all beings to embrace inclusiveness and love in their hearts. To conclude this section, I offer a stanza, a humble homage to the Persian poet Hafiz, whose words, like the soft steps of a monk in a temple, guide us towards the light of understanding and compassion. May his wisdom, interwoven with the Buddha's teachings, be a lantern in the night, guiding us on the path of love and kindness.
You carry all the ingredients to turn the night into a battle, don't mix them. You also carry all the ingredients to turn the night into a time of peace, mix them, mix them.